Okay, well, this is our little Christmas tree for this year. And let's look down. Looks like these are all the presents that I wrapped. I don't see anything for me yet. So I have a mom and I have two sisters who need to get on the ball. But that's not what I'm complaining about here. I'm really not complaining at all. I just wanted to show you some Christmas decorations I made last year from some ideas I got off of Pinterest. So all it is are these little glass globes that I put some aquarium gravel left over from a previous project, and some aquarium plants and a little fishing lure inside. And here's a spinner bait. Here's another little sunfish. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how I made these guys. So stay tuned. Well, good morning. It's a little past 8 and survived the night. So I was on the internet a little while ago and I was looking at some YouTube videos from some YouTubers, and everyone has their homes all decorated and stuff like that. Well, we don't have a lot of decorations here, but anyway, I thought I would try and make a quick video on making some, well, I'll show you. Okay, can you see me over there? Alright, we'll give this a try. Let me first show you some supplies that you're going to need. First, you're going to need some scissors, right? You're going to be doing some cutting. Gotta have some glue. Now, you know, you saw me make those dioramas. This is some leftover aquarium, I don't know, plants or whatever. They're made of plastic. You'll be using these things. So you can get this stuff at Walmart or whatever. Let's see what we got here. This is from Academy. Well, most of it is. So actually, a while back I was at Cabela's and I bought these small little swim baits here. No big deal. Just a little perch looking thing. Can you zoom in? And I don't know, they're all kind of little bitty perch looking stuff. So they're small enough to fit in the hole of that little glass bowl, right? That's the concept that we're trying to get across. And then I got some very small spinner baits. We're going to try to poke those in there. And I don't know if I have enough baits or not, but we'll see. Okay, so we have our baits, we have our aquarium plants, and then we got some 4-pound monofilament fishing line, because we're going to suspend these baits, right? Okay, what else do we got? Oh, well, most important thing here, we have our, uh-oh, that fell, but anyway, our glass bulbs that we got at, where else? Hobby Lobby, right? Okay. And, well, this one fell. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. And again, it's just some more of those glass bulbs. So what else do I need? Oh, I need the aquarium gravel. So obviously I have a lot of that stuff left over from my diorama projects, so let me see if I can go in the garage and find that. Found it. So I have some black aquarium rocks, some white, and some kind of like a bluish green. So again, you can find this stuff at any pet store or Walmart, the pet section, that type of thing. So the first thing we need to do is glue the rocks in first. That's the first step. So let's take care of that. I'm about to sneeze, hang on. See, this is live action. I'm not editing my sneeze out or anything like that. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 of these medium-sized ones and 4 of the big ones. So on these 4 big ones, I think I'm going to have to use these little spinner baits for those because the hole on the top is a little bit bigger. Okay. So first step, of course, is to take this part off. So we'll just set that aside. We're going to use the box here for a stand. I'm not sure whether you're picking up on this or not because of my camera angle. You might be able to, I don't know. Let me check. See if I can zoom in or zoom out in this case. Alright. And this might be a point in the video where I might just speed things up, like time lapse, because it's kind of boring part to pop these bulbs out and fill it with glue and gravel. I'm sure you're going to get the idea. You're just taking these things off. Yeah, you can see that. And the last one. So the first thing we're going to do is pour the glue into the bottoms. It doesn't want to come out. I went to the garage and found some blue gravel. This was really green here, so we're just going to mix up the colors so we have something a little different. I just completed the 4 big bulbs here, so I'm going to set that aside for now and wait for them to dry. and we'll continue working on these the little bulbs here. Did I fail to mention you might need some silicone glue? Reason you need this is because these aquarium plants, that's how you're going to glue them down to the floor of these little bulbs. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 glass bulbs. I'm just going to pull out about 16 of these little aquarium plants. I prefer this type of or this species of aquarium plant. Seems to come out better. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it took like a whole rack of this stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Whenever all this stuff dries over here, we're going to start gluing this stuff on the inside and use silicone glue. Alright, let's continue on. Our bulbs are drying right now. The glue is, and so I got like 12 little bulbs and 4 big ones. Obviously with the 4 big ones I'm going to choose these little spinner baits, and for the others I'm going to choose these little swim baits here. So we're not going to be able to get these swim baits in the little neck of the bulb with the hooks in there, and so the next step is to remove the hook and the weight and the eye of the lure, and that way we can squeeze the little rubber lure inside there. So like I said earlier, I got these from Cabela's, and I'm just going to I probably need to use, since I got 12 of these and 3 different kinds of baits here, I'm probably just going to use 4 of each. So let's see what I can do. I'm not quite sure how I did this last time, but let's see what I can do here. I think what I did with these, I just cut with some wire cutters the hook off as far and deep as I can. So I'll try that. Okay, I found some wire cutters, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the hook and the eye off each lure. I'm going to do about 4 of each kind. So I got 2 down. So we'll save these leftovers for, well, you guessed it, fishing. I might as well just go ahead and take these out of the box. After that, I'll clean up my mess a little bit more. Hey guys, screwed up. It's been a couple of days of working on this Christmas tree ornament project, and I'll tell you why. Because for some reason I had it in my head that when I put these aquarium gravel rocks into the bulb here, I had glued them down the first time. So that's what I did. I used Elmer's glue to glue them down. But it's been, golly, I think like 3 or 4 days. And it's still not dry. We can focus in on that. I'm thinking, what did I do wrong? You know, here's another one. You know, this is black rocks. And you can see the white glue is still trying to dry on the bottom. So I went back to the old ones I made. And as it turns out, I did not glue the rocks on there. The only thing I glued was the little plant. And I used gravity to keep those rocks in place. So, you know, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. So when it didn't work out the first time, what did I do? I went back to Hobby Lobby, bought some more glass globes, and thought maybe the glue was bad. But that wasn't the case, because this is actually the second batch here, and the first batch is drying in another room. I'm not saying you can't do that. That glue might dry in, you know, sometime next year, but we don't want to wait next year. We're going to go back and do it the old way. So bear with me, and we'll get going. We'll start gluing the aquarium plants to the bottom of the glass bowl, but this time we're going to use silicone glue, which is going to dry a whole lot quicker. And then once that happens, we can throw in our gravel rocks, and then we can go on to the next step, which is installing the little lures inside. So let's go ahead and proceed there. So it took me a little while, just off camera, to do a little practice, and finally figured out what I did. So the first thing, all I did was take some of this silicone glue. I poured it on one side. You don't want it in the center, you want it on one side, because you want the plant to be on one side, so you can put the little lure in front of the plant. So we'll go ahead and press some glue down in here. And kind of move the bulb around and make sure you get it glue where you want, but work with gravity. Okay. Now we'll take our little aquarium plant. And I'm just using some needle nose pliers here. I'm just gonna like put a ship in a bottle. Just gotta be nice and gentle with it. And put it on the glue like that. And then just set it aside and let it dry. We'll do another one. Get your plant. Grab your pliers. You could probably use a set of tweezers for this too. And very carefully push it in the bulb. We're just going to let it slide here. We'll do the same thing with the rest of these. Okay, while the silicone glue is drying, we'll just move on to some other things. But anyway, I'm not going to discount this Elmer's glue job. It looks like the stones are hanging in there, so I may just go ahead and later on use some silicone glue and glue some plants in here and give it a try. Come back in a minute. Okay, so the glue is not 100% cured or dry, but it's to the point where we could start putting in a little aquarium gravel. So I made like a little funnel to help me out. And you don't want to put this in too fast because it'll like clog up the funnel. So now, if it'll focus in, you have the aquarium gravel in the little globe with your aquarium plant. Well, getting them little lure critters in those glass globes was quite a challenge. Now everything's downhill. Now I'm a guy. I don't have the right genetics to make a bow, so I did the next best thing and went down to Hobby Lobby and found these bows. And I'm just going to kind of use it as a, I don't know, I want to say a garnish, but no, I can't think of the word. But anyway, we're just going to glue these little bitty bows on here. You want the bow to face on the same side as you see your lure, and that way you get the best of both worlds. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to use silicone glue. That seems to work out pretty well. Alright, here's our glue. I've seen some people use glue dots for this, but we'll just use this silicone glue. Just smash it on there. Now you can see the bow and the fish. Now I'm going to do that to all of these. So we're just going to let these bows dry on the Christmas ornaments, and then after that we're pretty much done. All you have to do is grab some Christmas tree ornament hangers and hang them on your tree. So we'll wait for this to dry and then we'll move on. Okay, I'm back. I thought, you know, it's Christmas time, so I thought Christmas tree ornament hangers would be a staple product around the house, right? You know, like toilet paper and paper towels and such, but no, I couldn't find any anywhere, so I had to go back to Hobby Lobby, right? So, oh, it's kind of something neat on this bag. Live a creative life. All right, so let's finish up this project. I got two. One's kind of a gunmetal color and one's kind of a gold color. Since most of this stuff looks like it's kind of silver, I'm just going to use the gunmetal. Of course, you know, this is pretty easy. We're just going to take this and twist it around like that. Real easy, right? Nothing to it. So I'm going to continue doing that with all these other little ornaments here. Until I'm finished up. All right, let me just grab one here. We'll head on over to the tree. Let's see. Nope, no spot there. No, that's busy. No room there. No room there. Let's go around on the other side. Golly, this tree's loaded. Well, folks, I am afraid next year we're just going to have to buy a bigger Christmas tree.
I'm Francis Kiefel, and I approved this video.